Welcome to Reston Virginia. This is another video in our series of cities and communities throughout Northern Virginia. We want to show you a little bit about the local life and what it's like to live right here. And today we're celebrating Reston. This is a wonderful community, and I want to show you a little bit about the history, about the booming growth that's been going on here over the last decade, and also about housing and the very strong community that exists here. So stay tuned. So Reston is a community in Fairfax County, and it's located about 20 miles west of Washington, D.C., along the Dulles Corridor. And today I'm in Lake Ann Plaza, and I'm actually sitting right next to the statue of Robert E. Simon, who was the founder of Reston. Robert E. Simon founded Reston back after World War II, when suburban America was just developing. At Lake Ann Plaza in the summertime, you'll see people all through here. Right now, it's wintertime. There's not quite as many people out on the plaza, but in the summer, you'll see people sitting at all the restaurants, like the Lake Ann Coffee House, like Calypso's Restaurant, like the Brew House, and people on the lake, on pontoon boats and paddle boards. So it's really a booming place. Plus, there's the farmer's market here every weekend. So back to Bob Simon. He was truly a visionary and truly a real estate entrepreneur when he developed Reston. His whole concept and the idea was really to have somewhere for work, live, and play. And even today, many, many years later, Reston still exemplifies the things that he really wanted here, even with all of the growth that we've seen. So in 2018, Money Magazine ranked Reston the #1 place to live in Virginia. And it's because of all the things I've been talking about. These amazing community plazas sprinkled throughout Reston, all the parks, all the trails, the buildings going up, and the housing, and all of the companies that exist here. It truly is a place for work, live, and play. So now I'm here at the Wheelie Metro Station, and this is the first metro station that Reston has had. In the past, the Orange Line train, the furthest spot it came out to was into Vienna. And in 2014, the Wheelie Metro Station opened, and it was really exciting to this community. It gave so much more accessibility for people to get into DC, into Tyson's Corner, and all the other places. It just really connected us with much more of the city. I know it's really loud here behind me, but you can see right now behind me, you can see the Dulles Toll Road, and the metro crosses over the toll road right here in Reston. You can also see that there is a ton of development going on right around this station and through other parts of Reston. Cranes dominate the landscape here right now, and there's just going to be more and more cool restaurants. There's going to be a new bowling alley that's coming in. There's just a lot of exciting things happening, and one of my most exciting things that I'm really looking forward to is the new Wegmans that's going to be just about a half a mile from here. Okay, so at the time of this recording, which is January of 2020, the Silver Line Metro line is still under construction. And it's going to continue from this Wheelie Metro Station all the way to Dulles Airport, with one more additional stop in Reston, which will be at the Reston Town Center. So now I'm here in where all of this growth really kind of started, and that's in the Reston Town Center. We're kind of at the edge of the town center now, and as we go further up, you'll see a lot more of the original part of the town center, and it's really, really expanded from there. So the Reston Town Center is really a mix of a lot of high-rise, high-density buildings, with the main levels being a lot of commercial space. It's kind of its own unique zoning that goes on here because it allows for the high-density development that you see all throughout the town center. So there's a lot of offices that are here, there's a lot of shopping and restaurants, and there's a lot of condominiums, and even on the outskirts of the town center, you'll see a lot of new apartment buildings that have popped up. And with Reston, the land values have increased so much here over the last few decades that when people are looking to develop here, when the developers are doing their homework, obviously there's demand here, and there's a reason that they're building here, because they certainly wouldn't invest millions of dollars here if they didn't feel like it was worth it. So we'll show you some of the other developments around, but let's take a tour of the town center. So with all the new development in Reston, it's given it a much more urban feel. And while all of the original parts of Reston still exist, with all of the greenery and the trails, this new urban part of Reston has attracted a whole different kind of resident. So it's a very cool and diverse place to live. And like I said, in the town center, there are many, many offices and businesses that have located here. And so throughout Reston, there's really no shortage of jobs. Whether it's right here in the town center and on the outskirts of the town center throughout Reston, or just having access to the metro and to the Dulles Toll Road and other kinds of transportation makes it really easy to get into Tyson's Corner or into Washington. So one of the big draws to this area is the Dulles Technology Corridor. Large and small internet companies have located here because of the big data centers that exist in this area and out into Loudoun County. Also, large corporations such as SAIC, Capital One, Volkswagen, and even Amazon are located in this Dulles Technology Corridor. I've actually learned that over 70% of the world's internet data goes through data centers located right here in our area. So now I'm standing here in the heart of Reston Town Center. You can see behind me that there's an ice rink going on, and of course it's January, and so this area behind me turns into an ice rink where you'll see a lot of kids and people in the winter. But in the summertime, it is full of other people at evening concerts. People do yoga out here, and there's all kinds of different events that go on right behind me. The rest of the area is full of shops and other kinds of restaurants. But one of the things I love a lot about Reston is how diverse it is. Even with all of this growth that's happened here over the past couple of decades, it's still such a tight-knit community, and that really has not changed. So now I'm standing in front of one of my most favorite places in Reston, and that is the YMCA. Talk about a community, talk about a sense of community, this has it all going on. This YMCA actually serves all of Fairfax County, and we're lucky enough to have it right here in our backyard. And it brings together people in that building for wellness, for fitness, for all different kinds of programs focused on the missions of the YMCA, which are social responsibility, healthy living, and community. I know a little bit about this YMCA because I have been on the board here for many years, and I currently serve as the board chair. And I get to work with all of the amazing people in that building who help bring all of these programs out to the broader community. And it's really been such an amazing experience. So Reston really is such a diverse place, and it's a great place to live. And honestly, this is one of the reasons why we located our business here back in 2011. We were in another part of the community, not in Reston, another city nearby. But when we were trying to figure out where did we really want to spend a lot of our time, we decided that Reston was it. In 2011, a lot of this development was just kind of getting going. And over the last 9 years, we've really seen it really boom. And so, again, for us as a property management company, more and more renters are coming out to Reston, more buyers, more home sellers. It's just a great community, not just for our business, but for us to be able to contribute our resources and our time to helping the community in general. So I hope that gives you a better sense of what it's like to live here. And if you are coming to Reston, or you're interested in renting a house, or if you're going to leave and you're interested in having us help you manage your home, or if you're interested in buying an investment property or anything else, we're happy to help. So just give us a call. And thanks so much for watching.